Have you ever felt a nudge from within, as if something deep inside is trying to catch your attention, yet you're unable to decipher its message? Imagine this as a friendly inner companion, nudging you towards the right path. However, we often ignore this companion, unsure of how to engage with it properly. Acknowledging and listening to this internal counsel is crucial. The first step towards this awareness is to truly immerse ourselves in the present moment. To embody presence is not merely about being aware of the current time, but to forge a deeper connection with our internal compass. Numerous sages and wise individuals have emphasized that the present moment is the only truth. Dwelling too much on the past or fretting over the future can cause us to overlook the beauty and experiences unfolding right before our eyes. But what steps can we take to ensure we are fully experiencing the now? Picture yourself meandering through a forest, your mind cluttered with thoughts of tomorrow or lingering on events of yesterday. In doing so, you'd bypass the wonders surrounding you, the melodious chirping of birds or the earthy scent that fills the air. However, if you pause, take a deep breath, and observe your surroundings, you'd find yourself and the world around you vibrantly coming to life. It's in these moments of true presence that we can tune into the messages our inner voice strives to convey. This concept mirrors mindfulness, a timeless philosophy centered around engaging fully with our current actions and emotions, free from distractions. Practicing mindfulness doesn't mean neglecting our responsibilities or ceasing to plan for the future. Instead, it invites us to plunge into the immediacy of our experiences. Whether it's feeling the warmth of dishwater or savoring each bite of our meal, mindfulness encourages a profound engagement with the present. Ancient tales and teachings endorse this approach, exemplified by a Zen anecdote on tea preparation. This daily ritual transcends its mundane nature through mindfulness, transforming each action, boiling water, pouring the tea, into a deliberate and focused practice, thereby elevating a simple activity into a meaningful experience. The moral is clear. By embracing the moment, we open ourselves to the wisdom of our internal guidance. So, why is the present moment so invaluable? It offers a sanctuary from the mental chatter that dominates our thoughts. Our egos frequently pull us into a vortex of past regrets or future anxieties. Concentrating on the present allows us to transcend this turmoil, unveiling our authentic selves. This true essence is uninhibited by external opinions or fears and remains detached from rigid schedules. It radiates genuineness and wisdom, guiding us toward what truly fulfills us, recognizing our desires and unveiling the boundless opportunities we are capable of pursuing. Unlocking inner wisdom. Tuning into the wisdom that lies within us is like rediscovering a treasure trove of ancient insights, a practice cherished by wise men and spiritual guides for centuries. This form of wisdom encourages us to connect with our inner sense of intuition. Our intuition whispers to us, creating feelings that guide us toward our deepest truths. It goes beyond cold, hard facts, offering insights that are deeply meaningful on a personal level. When we begin to explore this journey, we unlock the power of this extraordinary inner asset. Picture yourself standing at a crossroads, uncertain of which way to turn. While your rational mind might suggest one route, something deep inside points you in the right direction. This inner voice doesn't shout. Rather, it guides you softly, reflecting the nature of intuition, a gift from your deepest self. To grasp what your intuition is telling you is to understand its unique language, distinct from our rational thought processes. It speaks to us through feelings, physical sensations, and sometimes through symbols in dreams or moments of silence. To hear its message, we need to learn a different kind of listening. Making time for quiet and reflection helps build this connection. Life's hustle and bustle can drown out the voice of our intuition. By carving out moments of quiet, its wisdom can shine through more distinctly. Whether it's through meditation, spending time in nature, or just sitting with our thoughts, The goal is to remain open and receptive, letting the guidance come through naturally. Becoming attuned to your intuition is similar to learning how to play an instrument. At first, it may seem confusing, but with time and dedication, you start to recognize its melody. As we get better at listening to our intuition, we learn to pick out its advice from the background noise of our daily lives. Philosophical teachings, such as those of Stoicism, highlight the importance of looking inward and listening to our inner voice to discover wisdom. They suggest that within each of us lies a fountain of pure knowledge, untouched by the chaos around us. Through introspection, we tap into this potent source. Keeping a record of when your intuition speaks to you can be incredibly valuable. Looking back on these instances, you'll see a pattern and confirm how often your intuition was right. This builds trust in your inner guidance and enhances your understanding of how your deepest self communicates. It's crucial to differentiate between fear and true intuitive guidance. Fear is loud and insistent, driven by past hurts or worries about what's ahead. In contrast, intuition is calm, clear, and may push you towards new, yet positive experiences. Engaging with our intuition aligns with the teachings of Baruch Spinoza, a 17th century philosopher who believed that self-awareness and a cosmic perspective are the keys to happiness and peace. He promoted the concept of universal connectedness, arguing that by aligning our thoughts with this universal truth, we gain deeper understanding. Spinoza urged us to look past temporary emotions and see the broader connections that unite us. He saw intuition not merely as an instinct, but as an immediate grasp of the unity of all things, bringing contentment and fulfillment. Exploring the depths, setting out on a quest to truly know who we are and connect on a deeper level with the essence of our being, takes us into the intriguing practice of shadow work. Often underrated, this practice is incredibly powerful, urging us to face and accept the parts of ourselves that we typically ignore or hide away. Engaging in shadow work isn't just a simple task, it's a path to becoming whole. It challenges us to discover the hidden gems within our minds and to accept every part of who we are. Carl Jung introduced the idea of the shadow, explaining that we all have a part of ourselves that we don't like and therefore try to push aside. This concealed part could be anything from fears we won't admit to, desires we're too afraid to acknowledge, to conflicts we haven't resolved. Ignoring these elements allows them to influence our lives in negative ways, like causing irrational fears, driving us to act against our best interests, and creating habits that are tough to break. To do shadow work means to go on a brave journey. It's about looking at the parts of ourselves that we've been taught to hide or feel ashamed of. But it's in these hidden places that our true selves offer wisdom, helping us heal and express ourselves authentically. Realizing that our shadow exists and understanding its role is the first step. This isn't about being hard on ourselves, but about approaching our inner world with the same curiosity and kindness we would show to a frightened child lost in the woods. This child symbolizes the ignored parts of our psyche that crave acknowledgement and love. Reflection is key in shadow work. Through practices like writing in a journal, meditating, and guided imagery, we dive deep into our inner world and start a conversation with our shadow. Asking ourselves questions such as, what scares me the most? Or why am I so affected by this? Can reveal deep truths. Our aim is to integrate these shadow parts, not to get rid of them, by understanding where they come from and how to include them in our lives in a positive way. This process of integration brings a sense of calm and completeness, lifting the burden of constantly fighting or ignoring parts of who we are. Many philosophical and spiritual teachings across the globe talk about the importance of embracing all parts of ourselves. For instance, the Taoist concept of yin and yang shows how balance is achieved by recognizing and combining all aspects of life, including the elements of our personality. By doing shadow work, we come to understand that our true selves encompass both the light and dark. Welcoming our shadows allows us to become more genuine and powerful individuals, capable of facing life with more insight and kindness. Unveiling the mystery. In the world of dreams, our brains create complex stories that go way beyond what we think about when we're awake. Our dreams are filled with meanings and symbols coming from the deepest parts of us, or maybe even from a higher place. They show us what we desire, what scares us, and ways we can grow personally that we might not see when we're caught up in the day-to-day. Trying to figure out what our dreams mean is like discovering a hidden treasure of knowing more about ourselves. For centuries, in many cultures, dreams have been seen as glimpses into our inner selves, showing truths that our daytime minds might miss. Ancient societies like the Greeks had special places just for dreaming because they knew it was important. Great thinkers like Freud and Jung believed that dreams help us get in touch with thoughts and feelings we haven't faced yet, playing a big part in learning about who we are. If we want to understand the wisdom in our dreams, we need to start by remembering them. Keeping a dream journal right next to our bed and writing down our dreams as soon as we wake up helps us hold on to these fleeting moments. This not only helps us remember, but also shows we're ready to listen and think about what our dreams are trying to tell us. Dreams use symbols to talk to us. A house might stand for ourselves, and water could represent our emotions, showing how we're really feeling inside. Figuring out our dreams isn't about sticking to a fixed meaning for each symbol, but thinking about what these symbols mean to us personally. It's about looking into how we felt in the dream, picking out the main parts, and connecting them to our life when we're awake. This can show us our biggest hopes and fears, leading us to healing and satisfaction. Jung had a special insight, suggesting our dreams connect us to a bigger world of symbols and stories that all humans share. By understanding these symbols, we connect more with ourselves and the wisdom of the whole world. Embracing synchronicity. In a world where chaos seems to reign, it's fascinating when unexpected moments align in a way that grabs our attention, urging us to pause and ponder. These magical moments, known as synchronicities, are like whispers from the universe, hinting that we might just be on the correct path or nudging us to wake up to the remarkable occurrences around us. To make the most out of these special instances, staying open and alert is key. It's about keeping an eye out for repeating patterns or meaningful coincidences in our day-to-day lives, without forcing a grandiose meaning onto every small event. Instead, it's embracing the possibility that certain encounters or happenings could be sending us a message from a deeper part of ourselves. Imagine this scenario. You've been thinking about an old friend you've lost touch with, and out of the blue, you bump into them. Or you're facing a tough choice, feeling stuck, and suddenly a book or a quote perfectly articulates your situation, shedding light on the path forward. These aren't just happy accidents, they are synchronicities guiding us towards our deepest goals or offering solutions to our problems. Navigating the realm of synchronicities requires a balance between doubt and blind belief. We shouldn't chase after every sign, but rather pay attention to those that truly strike a chord within us, encouraging us to think deeper or take specific steps. It's about syncing our inner feelings with the external world in a way that adds meaningful depth to our existence. Keeping a journal of these synchronicities, along with our thoughts and actions following them, can be incredibly enlightening. This practice helps us spot life patterns, boosting our awareness of how our inner world is reflected in our outer experiences, and deepening our connection with ourselves. Synchronicities often appear at crucial turning points or during times of personal growth, serving as confirmation that we're part of something bigger, never truly alone, and supported by the universe. They remind us that our personal stories are woven into a larger tapestry, connected in ways we might not fully grasp. Exploring silence. Imagine finding yourself in a place so peaceful that the constant noise and chaos of everyday life seem to disappear. This tranquil setting gives you the space to really tune into your deepest thoughts and feelings. Choosing to go on a silence retreat is much more than just getting away from the never-ending noise and distractions that surround us. It's a chance to dive into a personal journey, exploring who we are and pondering our place in the world. As we let go of the noise, the things that usually keep our minds busy start to fade away. We're left with a clearer understanding of ourselves. This quietness acts like a mirror, showing us parts of our personalities and lives that we often overlook because we're too caught up in our daily routines. With our minds quiet and thoughts slowed down, we're more open to looking inward and hearing what our inner voice is trying to tell us. Silence retreats can last from a few days to several weeks and take place in environments that encourage deep thinking and a reconnection with nature. The practice of keeping silent, putting away our phones, and in some cases, even reducing eye contact, helps us focus on ourselves. This journey inward strips away the facades we show the world, revealing our true selves. But this quiet isn't just about the absence of noise, it's about entering a deep conversation with our soul. In this silence, the whispers of our deeper consciousness become clearer, offering wisdom, comfort, and insights that are hard to grasp in our noisy lives. During these retreats, you might meditate, take peaceful walks, write in a journal, or simply sit and enjoy the beauty around you. These activities deepen self-awareness and spiritual renewal. This solitary time shines a light on our deepest wishes, fears, and challenges, guiding us toward a clearer path in life. People often come back from these retreats feeling refreshed, with a renewed sense of purpose, a deeper empathy for others, and a greater appreciation for life's simple pleasures. The introspection these retreats offer can lead to profound personal changes, making our actions more in tune with our true selves. Thomas Merton, a monk who was deeply committed to the practice of silent retreats, believed they were crucial for personal growth and connecting with something greater than ourselves. Merton, who was born in France in 1915 and later moved to the United States, became a key figure in 20th century Catholicism. His decision to join the Abbey of Gethsemane in Kentucky in 1941 marked the start of his profound spiritual journey, deeply rooted in contemplation and silence. Merton's silence was a recurring theme in his writings and a central part of his spiritual path. In his autobiography, The Seven-Story Mountain, Merton shares how silence profoundly changed his life. He didn't see silence as a way to escape, but as a path to connect with the divine. Through his work, Merton highlighted the importance of silence in discovering our true selves and connecting with a higher power. He believed in the power of silence not just for personal holiness, but as a way to overcome the distractions of modern life, allowing us to listen more closely to the divine and understand our purpose in the world. Conclusion: embarking on a quest to discover our true selves and establish a meaningful connection with our innermost essence can be a profoundly touching experience that has the potential to change our lives significantly. This path requires us to be fully engaged, to trust our gut feelings, to accept every part of who we are, including those bits we might not be so fond of, to pay attention to the messages in our dreams, to notice the meaningful coincidences that appear in our path, and to value the times we spend alone in deep thought. As we make our way on this path, we learn valuable lessons and develop habits that help us gain a better understanding of who we are and our role in the universe. By practicing mindfulness, listening to our inner selves, and being mindful of our thoughts and actions, we open our hearts to the wisdom and guidance that come from within. This leads us towards a life filled with joy, genuineness, and a clear sense of direction. On this remarkable journey of exploration, it's reassuring to know that we're not completely alone. Our truest selves are always there for us, providing advice, support, and affection. Let's approach each step of this journey with bravery, an eagerness to learn, and an open heart, secure in the knowledge that the journey itself is what brings about change and satisfaction.